having a sniff, Foof? Oh, I don't mind the calling in the background. It's been going on for quite a few weeks. So we have Fufu's birthing cave all set up. I've had her in here for, I don't know, about 4 days now. That's Gambit, who's howling in the background, but can't actually breed her again until her kittens are 17 weeks. So we just have to put up with it. So here we've got a few things for the birthing kit: Nutripet, calcium, lubricant, pseudo cream, betadine, a few syringes, microfiber grippy cloth, baby wipes. There's a few more things I'll add. You having a look? Hi everyone. Here we've got Fufu. She's just had her, well, not just, it's about an hour ago she had her first kitten. It's very small and weak, so we're just monitoring. She's decided she'd prefer to be off this blanket and over here. And we're just waiting. I'm really hoping she'll start contracting and pop another one out. It's always very stressful when there's time, like quite a lot of time between kittens, but she seems okay, not in a lot of distress. So we'll just see how we go. We'll keep you updated. Hi everybody. I thought I'd get on here and film while it's all reasonably fresh in my mind. Oh, are you gonna sit right in front of them, Fufu? Oh, bless her. She was up for a cuddle before and now she's like, you're gonna sit in front of them. I'll hide them from you. So here we have Fufu and we are almost exactly 24 hours or 48 hours. Sorry, I just had to make sure she wasn't sitting on any of them. But yes, take two. Here we have Fufu, and it's depending, it's a little hard to say, but it's either 48 hours or 24 hours. But it is 24 hours since these two gorgeous kittens were born. Yes, they're yours. Oh, don't mind her. We just had to shave some of that off, but she's not injured or anything. She's in fact very, very happy and well at this point in time. You can hear her baby's just latched on. That's all right, Foof. I'll put your blanket down. There we go. Oh man, so yeah, not the delivery I was hoping or expecting. I did film the first bit of it, which was 48 hours ago. I'm not sure if I will put that in. I guess if you've seen it, then I will have put it in, but I'm not quite sure right now whether I will or not. So she went into labour and had a single kitten exactly 48 hours ago. And the kitten was born alive, but very small, not breathing very well, and just not really in a very good way. And when I say very small, I mean smaller than anything I've ever had before. So we sort of thought it might not make it, and unfortunately it did pass away within an hour. And the strangest thing, she didn't look for it, wasn't in distress or anything. She just kind of got up and went about her day. No more contractions, just totally stopped the labour. It was like it had never happened. It was very odd. So I spoke to quite a few breeder friends, and I'm also quite blessed that I have an aunt who's a vet. And this is all happening on Christmas Eve. No vets are open Christmas Eve, so very difficult. So I am lucky my aunt's a vet, so I can get some good advice. So because she wasn't in distress, she was eating, drinking, she was actually chasing a moth around the room, she was playing. Her temperature was normal. Well, it was low, but it came back up to normal, which again was a little bit odd. Normally, a cat's temperature will drop before they give birth. So she was otherwise calm and fine, and not panting either. So we decided that we just wait and see. And I kept a really close eye on her. I'm in this room with her. And yeah, it was very, very strange. And exactly 24 hours after that first unwell kitten was born, she went into labour again, just suddenly. Again, no stress at all. She just walked into the cave and started contracting. And it was a very difficult, the second kitten that was born was really large, and she did need a little bit of help getting it out. It did get stuck right at the opening, and I'm probably quite lucky I was able to maneuver it out. For a maiden, I'm blown away that she was so calm through that. Oh, you can see. Yeah. But we did manage to get it out, thankfully. And unfortunately, it was stillborn. And it was twice the size of or maybe even 3 times the size of that first unwell small kitten. And it was never going to make it, unfortunately. So not born alive. The placenta was detached. And at that point in time, I was just very, very thankful that she'd managed to deliver it. And it was a horrible feeling because I just thought, well, we'd done an x-ray. I knew there was 4. There were 2 more kittens to be born. Because of the first 2, I was resigned to the fact that they probably weren't going to be born alive. At that point in time, I did have oxytocin on me. I'd called my aunt and said it was an hour after the second kitten was born. She wasn't contracting at all. I wanted her to get the kittens out, hoping to avoid a C-section. And my aunt is like, yep, good time to give a shot of oxytocin to get the contractions going again. If you're not sure what oxytocin is, you can probably Google it. I'll put it up on the screen, but it will bring on contractions or strengthen contractions that are already there. But it is something that you would never give without veterinary advice. So we gave her a shot of that, a lower dose of that, and it brought on contractions, which is good. And she delivered the third kitten, and by some miracle, it was alive. It was absolutely normal, good size. It was delivered feet first, so still a little bit tricky to get out, but she did super well. And I can't even explain the relief that there was a live kitten for her to love. The thought that maybe a mother will have no live babies, and there's no way for you to explain to them what's happened is pretty awful. So yeah, the relief was just enormous. So she had that live third one. I didn't film any of this. It was pretty traumatic. So the third one was live, and not long after that, she popped out a fourth one, which was also, by some miracle, alive, similar size to the third one, super healthy. And that's her four, yeah. She has 2 live kittens. They're both little girls. Well, they're girls, they're not little. They're quite big, fat, beautiful girls. And she's the happiest mum ever. She spent all day yesterday with them, caring for them. They look inflated. They've been drinking, and just, yeah. Here, I'll pull this back, give you another look. It's all right, darling. Good girl. We have a look at your babies. I know they're yours. There they are. Good job. The only thing I'm just waiting on is we didn't see the last placenta expelled. So I'll probably give her another shot of oxytocin today to try and move that through. It is a little hard because she may have expelled it without me seeing, but just to be safe, we'll give that shot and hopefully that will take care of that. But all in all, really difficult experience. Not something I'd wish on anybody, but I'm sort of telling the story and going to post this because it's a good learning experience. I couldn't have picked a worse, I had bred her and she was meant to be due on the 28th, I think. So she went over a few days. She was only out with Charlie for one night. So we did have an exact day, but sometimes they can just run over a bit. And she couldn't have picked a worse night for it, Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, when no vets are open. Or the closest vet would have been an emergency centre in Geelong, which is over an hour away, which I would have taken her to if it had been necessary. But it's not a good thing to be in that position where you're not quite sure what the right thing to do is. Is it more stressful for the cat to be put in a car and driven an hour, or do you wait and see? The people I spoke to, my vet and the 2 other experienced breeders, we go on, how the cat is acting and feeling. If they're calm, we don't tend to rush in. If they're under distress, we do. And I was really hoping to avoid a cesarean. And I'm just so incredibly thankful that we did. And she's a wonderful mother. And thank you for all those who sent messages of support. Sometimes being a breeder can be, very, very difficult. Just knowing what the right thing to do is by the cat. But we have a good outcome. And it may seem a wee bit, of course, it's always sad when you lose some kittens. But the fact that she has 2 live kittens to love is, I mean, that's just the best thing. So thank you for watching. I'll probably put this out when the kittens are maybe a week old, and we'll keep you updated. Hi everybody, and we are on day 3, so they're 3 days old. It's always the day I like to get through. So we've got Fufu here, good job, and her 2 daughters, which I was going to change the blanket, but she's just hopped in there, so I might have to wait until she hops out again. And she's like, oh, you're not there. She's like, I don't know if I want my blanket changed. Thankfully, it's only 2 kittens, so they don't really make much of a mess. Did you sit on that one? She's pretty good. If she accidentally sits on one, she hops up or adjusts herself really quickly. Sometimes maiden mums don't always do that. Don't you want me filming your kittens? We're in the middle of a heat wave in Australia. It's not much fun, but we've got the aircon on and she's very comfortable in here. See if I can get in closer. Okay, Foof. Good job. Good job. A little bit suspicious. That's all right. We'll leave you alone to feed your babies. They're doing well. They're it's been a while since I've had a small litter, and they just latch on and inflate. They're so big. I've just got to be really careful that she doesn't get mastitis or anything. All right, Foof, we'll leave you to it. Hi, Fufu. Where's your other baby? Oh, it's over there. Should we put it on the right side? There we go. You're okay. There we go. Hi, everybody. We are on 4 days old. I think we're on the 5th day, so they're 4 days old. And we're all doing amazingly well. They are very chubby. I might squeal again if I pick it up, but they're pretty good. Very happy, content. I have barely heard a peep from them because they're just so full. Good kitten. And she's doing really well. We've been keeping a really close eye on her because again, we didn't see that final placenta and she's a little bit caked. It's all right, down. A bit caked there. Nothing too serious. And because we didn't see that final placenta, she's on antibiotics, so that should help out prevent any mastitis as well. We've been trying to get them to latch on the back ones, but they seem to prefer the middle and the top teats. So anyway, we're just monitoring. Hopefully her milk will adjust to their needs pretty soon, because right now they're getting so much and there's more there than they can drink. What's going on with this one? And we've got to keep an eye that they don't get too fat. That's not good either. No. God, look at your tum-tum. Look at its belly. And they're definitely both little girls, or big girls in this case. But yeah, I had a comment saying they didn't, I think it was on a video I took when they were 2 days old, and they didn't believe they were 2 days old. They're just very large. Whenever you have a smaller litter of like a singleton or two like this, they do get a really good head start because there's just so much milk there and there's no competition and they don't really have to work for it or do anything. So yeah, they just sleep, wake up, latch on, inflate, sleep some more. But we're really, really pleased. Hi everybody, we are on 5 days old. I've just given Fufu some food to eat and we're just going to do a quick blanket change. But here are her 2 girls and they're just absolutely beautiful. I'll just do this blanket change. I'm going to need 2 hands for it, but then I'll show you them. Okay, so all done. Clean blanket. Here are her beautiful. Hello. She'll probably come over. Here we go. No, it's all right. I'm just moving them. There we go. It's all right. New blanket, I know. Good job. Now we think it is early days, but we think they are probably both tabby, blue tabby bicolours. You can get standard blue bicolours from these 2 parents because they're both what we call our heterozygous tabby bicolour, so they've only got one of the tabby or agouti gene. So there would have been 25% chance getting a standard blue bicolour. But so far we suspect they might be tabbies like both parents. Good job, Fufu. I know, they're yours. She's like, what did you do to my bed? Good job. It's all right, we'll probably just put the blanket down so she can calm down a little bit. There we go. She's an excellent mother, which means she's a little bit suspicious of new things. Do you want to come and eat the rest of your food? There you go. Good job. I've got your tail in the way. So there they are, our beautiful 2 girls, and everything's going well. I did have some slight concerns about Fufu getting a little backed up and we were monitoring for mastitis, but actually today she feels completely normal, which is really good. Good job. And the kittens are doing really well. They're over that 3-day hump, so I'll probably have this out when they're just under a week. I thought I'd just come on here. I've nearly finished editing the video and it did end a little abruptly, so I thought I'd just do a little bit of a conclusion. But we are 5 days old, we're in the evening and you can hear someone meowing in the background. But here's Fufu, super well, happy. Here are her 2 babies. Sorry, there's a wee bit of shadow. There you go, you can see how big they are for 5 days old. She's really happy, and we just like to say thank you for all the support we received. It's never easy to have, such a complicated, difficult litter, and we had some really good advice. And as sad as some of it was, we think a really good, as good an outcome as possible. Hey, Foof. And we'll get an update out really, really soon. Probably in the next few days. Actually, we'll do a week-old update. Oh, bless her. Good job.